Have you ever stared at the night sky and felt the world slow down? Tonight, let's drift together into the calm, endless beauty of the Andromeda Galaxy. Imagine 1 trillion stars moving gracefully, clouds of cosmic dust glowing softly, and time stretching across millions of years. This is more than a galaxy. It's a peaceful escape, a place to breathe, wonder, and relax. So, lie back, let your mind wander, and join me on a journey through the quiet side of the universe. Fact 1. Welcome to the quiet side of the universe. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine drifting somewhere beyond the noise of the Earth, past the cars, the conversations, the rush of every day. Out there, in the quiet side of the universe, time feels slower. You could almost hear your own thoughts echo against the stars. That's where the Andromeda Galaxy waits, silent, patient, glowing faintly across the endless dark. There's something comforting about knowing it's always there. Every clear night, long after the world has fallen asleep, Andromeda sends a soft light across the void. It doesn't demand attention, it just exists, calm, steady, unchanging. When you think about it, that's kind of beautiful. We spend so much of our lives chasing noise, but the universe offers peace in its own quiet way. If you could stand under a truly dark sky, far from city lights, you might even see it with your own eyes. A dim, fuzzy oval of light just above the horizon. That faint glow you'd see has travelled millions of years just to reach you. It's not imagination, it's real light, crossing unimaginable distance to touch your vision for a moment, before fading again into the night. Andromeda doesn't shout its presence, it whispers it. And maybe that's the point. Not everything beautiful needs to be loud. Some things, like galaxies, speak softly enough that you have to slow down to hear them. So as we start this journey together, think of this as stepping into a quiet observatory at the edge of time. You're not here to learn facts the way we usually do. You're here to feel them. Each story, each image, each idea we'll share is part of a bigger picture. One of calm, patience, and timeless motion. The quiet side of the universe isn't empty. It's just peaceful. And the more you listen, the more it speaks. Fact 2. What the Andromeda Galaxy really is. Picture a city so vast that it makes everything we know look small. Billions of shining suns, millions of drifting worlds, clouds of glowing gas. Rivers of dust, all moving together in perfect rhythm. That's Andromeda. It's not just a dot in the sky, it's a giant spiral of stars, about twice the size of our own Milky Way. If you could somehow fly there, you'd pass through endless layers of light. Every pinpoint you see through a telescope isn't one star, it's thousands. The core glows like a distant sunrise, surrounded by swirling arms of soft blue and white. It's one of the few galaxies you can see with your naked eye from Earth, which makes it feel strangely close, even though it's not. Andromeda is our neighbour in the cosmic sense, the closest large galaxy to us. Yet, close in astronomy still means more than 2 million light-years away. What's fascinating is how familiar it looks, almost like a reflection of our own galaxy. It spins gracefully, stars orbiting the centre in a vast spiral pattern, each one playing a small part in the galaxy's quiet dance. Scientists believe Andromeda holds around 1 trillion stars, nearly double what we have in the Milky Way. Think about that for a moment. 1 trillion suns, each possibly surrounded by its own set of planets, each one with its own sky. Somewhere out there could be another world with beings looking up and seeing our galaxy the way we see theirs. That thought alone feels like a deep breath for the imagination. So when someone says the Andromeda Galaxy, it's not just a thing, it's a story still being told in light. Fact 3. The calm distance between us. 2.5 million light-years away. The distance between Earth and Andromeda is one of those numbers that's so big it stops feeling real. 2.5 million light-years. To put that simply, if light itself travelling at nearly 300,000 kilometres every second, left Andromeda the day humans first appeared on Earth, it would only be reaching us now. It's a calm kind of separation. That space between us isn't empty. It's filled with thin dust, drifting particles, and the quiet hum of background radiation. If you could float through it, you wouldn't see walls of darkness. You'd see soft light, faint stars, and the slow rhythm of motion that has been happening long before we existed. That distance also makes Andromeda a time machine. When we look at it, we're not seeing it as it is today. We're seeing how it looked millions of years ago. Every shimmer, every flicker of light is ancient. Somewhere out there, stars that once burned bright might already be gone, and yet their light continues to travel, keeping their memory alive across space. It's strange but peaceful to realize that the universe connects us this way. Distance doesn't mean disconnection. It just means time flows differently. When you look at Andromeda, you're sharing a moment that began long before human history, and yet it still finds its way to you, right now. Fact 4. Why looking at Andromeda is like looking into the past. Every time you gaze at the Andromeda Galaxy, you're not seeing it as it is. You're seeing it as it was 2.5 million years ago. That's because light takes time to travel. The glow you see tonight started its journey long before cities, languages, and memories even existed here. Imagine that. A beam of light leaving a star, crossing millions of light years, slipping quietly through the emptiness until one tiny moment it touches your eyes. You're literally catching a memory of the universe. That means every starlight you see is history. When you look up at Andromeda, you're watching an ancient scene still unfolding, like reading an old letter sent before you were born. There's a peaceful poetry in that idea. Time moves differently out there. Nothing rushes. Nothing demands attention. The stars simply keep shining, sending their stories forward, one photon at a time. It's humbling in the best way, to realize we're surrounded by the past even as we move into the future. Fact 5. A gentle sea of 1 trillion stars. Imagine floating in an endless ocean, not of water, but of light. That's what Andromeda truly is. A sea of 1 trillion stars, each one burning silently in the dark. From a distance, they blur together, forming that faint milky glow we see from Earth. But up close, every point of light is its own sun, its own world, its own quiet miracle. Some of those stars are young, bright blue and full of energy. Others are ancient, dim red embers fading softly with age. Together, they create a kind of balance, a cosmic harmony that feels almost like a lullaby. Astronomers say Andromeda's stars move in vast spirals, slowly orbiting the galaxy's core over billions of years. You can almost imagine the rhythm of it, a graceful dance that never hurries, never ends. And when you think about it, that's the essence of calm. Everything in motion, but nothing rushed. 1 trillion stars glowing quietly, reminding us that peace doesn't mean stillness. It means flow. Fact 6. The night sky's hidden neighbour. If you've ever stood under a clear, dark sky and stared up long enough, you might have seen it without realizing. Andromeda, our quiet neighbour drifting just beyond easy sight. It's not bright like the moon or sharp like the stars. It's softer, almost shy, a faint patch of light that looks more like a whisper than a presence. Most people walk their whole lives never knowing that our nearest galactic neighbour is visible to the naked eye, glowing quietly from more than 2 million light-years away. The funny thing is, once you spot it, you can't unsee it. It's like noticing the heartbeat of the night. It feels alive yet timeless, part of the same universe but separated by oceans of distance. There's a certain calm that comes with realizing how near something so immense can feel. For centuries, Andromeda hid in plain sight. Before telescopes, before science gave it a name, people must have looked up at that pale blur and felt wonder without needing to understand it. Maybe that's what makes it so peaceful. Its light isn't loud or demanding. It just waits there, patient and unchanging, letting those who seek it find it at their own pace. It's strange, isn't it? How something so vast can remain invisible until you slow down and truly look. Maybe that's what the universe keeps trying to teach us, that beauty isn't always hidden. Sometimes we just move too fast to see it. Fact 7. How ancient stargazers first saw its faint glow. Long before city lights covered the skies, the world was darker, quiet, wide, and filled with stars. In that deep darkness, ancient stargazers noticed something different in the constellation we now call Andromeda. A small blur, a patch of light that didn't twinkle like the others. It wasn't a star and it wasn't a cloud. It was something mysterious, something that lingered in their memories. Centuries ago, Persian astronomers wrote about it, calling it a small cloud. They didn't know what it was, but they knew it was special. The light didn't change. It stayed constant, year after year. In an age without telescopes, that faint blur carried the weight of wonder. When the first telescopes appeared, early astronomers finally saw that this cloud was made of countless stars. It was bigger and farther than anyone could imagine, but even then they didn't fully understand. Some thought it was part of our own Milky Way. It took hundreds of years before we realized it was another galaxy entirely, our cosmic neighbor across the void. And somehow that makes it even more beautiful. The idea that people from so long ago looked at the same soft glow we see today connects us through time. The same light, the same mystery, the same feeling of awe. The Andromeda Galaxy has been shining toward us for billions of years, but humanity has only just begun to understand it. And maybe that's the best kind of discovery, the ones that make you feel small but connected to everything. Fact 8. The story of its name, Andromeda, the chained princess. Names carry stories, and Andromeda's name comes from one filled with stars and emotion. Long ago, storytellers imagined patterns in the night sky as living tales. The group of stars forming Andromeda reminded them of a legend, a princess bound to the sea's edge, waiting for her fate. But instead of tragedy, the name became a symbol of endurance and beauty across time. When people looked up at that faint light, they saw more than a blur. They saw imagination written across the heavens. Every generation retold the story, passing it down through myth and art, until the name Andromeda became more than legend. It became part of astronomy, connecting ancient tales with modern science. There's something poetic about it. A galaxy that existed billions of years before language now carries a name born from human imagination. It reminds us how people have always looked at the sky not just to measure it, but to feel it. Even before telescopes and formulas, the stars sparked stories, and those stories gave the universe warmth and meaning. Now, when we whisper Andromeda, we're saying a word that bridges science and story, memory and mystery. It's not about a chained princess anymore. It's about connection. The light that began long before humans ever told stories now carries one with it. Fact 9. A galaxy so big, it stretches beyond imagination. Try to picture it. A spiral so vast it would take light over 200,000 years just to cross from one side to the other. That's the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest neighbour, and still so enormous that our minds struggle to grasp it. Within that great swirl are roughly 1 trillion stars. Imagine if every person on Earth represented a single sun. Now multiply humanity by more than 100, each star shining, each one perhaps with its own planets, moons and mysteries. And yet, from our point of view, it looks like nothing more than a smudge in the sky. That's the magic of scale. The universe hides its enormity in plain sight. When you gaze at Andromeda through a telescope, you're not looking at a single object. You're looking at a city of light, larger than anything we can compare it to. It's humbling to think we're part of a galaxy that's just one of billions. Andromeda isn't even the biggest. It's just close enough to remind us how small we really are. But small doesn't mean insignificant. It means we get to stand in awe, to feel the wonder of existing in a place where something so vast can also feel so peaceful. Sometimes, the best way to understand the universe is not by measuring it, but by simply letting it fill you with quiet amazement. Fact 10. The quiet beauty of spiral arms in slow motion. If you could drift above Andromeda and watch it from afar, you'd see something hypnotic. Its spiral arms stretch gracefully from the glowing core, sweeping outward like brushstrokes in the dark. Each arm holds billions of stars slowly orbiting over billions of years. But what makes it mesmerizing isn't just the size, it's the pace. Everything moves, but nothing rushes. Stars take hundreds of millions of years to complete a single orbit around the center. Gas and dust swirl in elegant waves, creating new stars as they pass. It's a dance that's been happening since before Earth even existed. Through telescopes, we see those spirals glowing faintly blue at the edges and golden near the core. A subtle gradient of cosmic light. The younger stars burn brighter at the tips, while older ones settle toward the middle, giving the galaxy a soft, layered glow. It's strange to think that such movement can create such calm. The spiral arms are alive with creation, yet the overall picture feels still, almost meditative. Maybe that's why Andromeda draws people in, not because it's loud or dramatic, but because it moves to a rhythm slower than thought. If you ever feel overwhelmed, just imagine those spirals turning quietly in the darkness. No hurry, no noise, just motion and light, weaving the story of a galaxy that never stops but never shouts. Fact 11. The calm core, home to a sleeping supermassive black hole. At the very center of the Andromeda Galaxy lies something so powerful, yet so quiet. It almost feels like a secret. It's a supermassive black hole, resting at the heart of 1 trillion stars. The words black hole often sound terrifying, like some cosmic monster, but this one isn't destroying everything around it. It's calm, almost dormant, like a sleeping giant at the center of a dream. For now it's quiet because it isn't feeding on much matter. There's little gas or dust near its edge, so it doesn't shine in the way active black holes do. Instead, it waits, surrounded by calm light from nearby stars that orbit it gracefully. Astronomers can tell it's there by watching those stars move, circling an invisible point as if drawn by an unseen hand. What's beautiful about this idea is the balance. Something unimaginably dense and strong, millions of times heavier than our sun, exists in perfect silence. It anchors the galaxy, holding it together without fanfare. From a distance it's impossible to see, but its influence is everywhere. You could say it's like the still point of a turning world. Everything in Andromeda revolves slowly around that quiet heart, a symbol of control without noise, power without motion. Even in space, stillness can be the most powerful thing of all. Fact 12. Stars drifting in perfect balance. Imagine billions of stars, each moving on its own invisible path, yet never crashing into each other. That's the quiet miracle of Andromeda. Every single star drifts through space, guided by gravity's gentle pull, all part of one enormous, balanced system. It's almost like a slow, endless waltz. Each star, some young and bright, others old and fading, moves at its own pace, but together they form a graceful pattern. The stars in the spiral arms orbit the center like dancers tracing curves of light, while those near the core spin a little faster, creating a sense of harmony that stretches across thousands of light years. From Earth, it looks still, but in truth, Andromeda is alive with motion. Every particle of dust, every glowing cloud, every drifting sun moves in balance. Gravity is the silent conductor of this cosmic orchestra. It doesn't rush anything. It simply holds everything together, letting it all unfold slowly, perfectly, endlessly. There's something soothing about that idea, the thought that even in the vast chaos of space, balance exists. Stars can wander, drift, and shine, but they never lose their place in the grand design. Fact 13. Clouds of gas glowing softly in ultraviolet light. Between Andromeda's stars lie enormous clouds of gas, mostly hydrogen and helium, spreading like mist through the galaxy. These clouds aren't visible to our eyes, but through ultraviolet telescopes they glow softly, painting the spiral arms in light that human vision can't see. It's peaceful to imagine, giant clouds drifting slowly through space, moving at unimaginable scales, creating new stars where gravity pulls them tight. In those glowing regions, young stars are born, lighting up the gas around them with their energy. What we can't see in visible light becomes radiant in ultraviolet, revealing the hidden beauty of the galaxy's living heart. Each glowing cloud tells a quiet story of transformation, old matter turning into something new. Some clouds will fade, some will burst with light, but the cycle continues endlessly. The galaxy renews itself, piece by piece, like breathing in and out over millions of years. When astronomers observe Andromeda in ultraviolet, they aren't just seeing light, they're witnessing creation in slow motion. A reminder that beauty often hides in wavelengths we can't see, waiting for the right kind of gaze to bring it to life. Fact 14. How dust lanes create ribbons of cosmic shadow. If you've ever seen a picture of Andromeda, you've probably noticed the dark streaks that cut across its bright spiral arms. Those aren't gaps, they're dust lanes, vast clouds of fine particles that block some of the starlight behind them. From afar, they look like ribbons of shadow woven into the galaxy's glow. Each dust lane stretches for thousands of light years, made of tiny grains of carbon and silicate, leftovers from ancient stars that died long ago. Those particles float together, absorbing light and giving the galaxy its layered, textured appearance. They're not just obstacles, they're ingredients. Within those dusty ribbons, new stars are quietly forming, hidden from view until they're ready to shine. It's easy to think of shadows as empty, but in space, even darkness is full of potential. The same dust that hides the light today will one day create it. That balance, between hiding and revealing, between darkness and brightness, gives Andromeda its depth and mystery. So the next time you see those dark lines in a photo of the galaxy, remember, they're not flaws in the picture. They're reminders that even the quietest shadows are part of creation's story. Fact 15. The harmony of motion. Everything moving, yet still. If you could watch Andromeda long enough, really long enough, you'd see that everything inside it moves. Stars orbit the center, clouds drift, dust swirls through the spiral arms. Yet from our point of view, it all seems still. That's the paradox of the cosmos. Constant motion that feels like calm. It's a kind of harmony born from scale. Things move so slowly, so smoothly, that to us they appear frozen in time. But if we could speed up billions of years into a few seconds, we'd see the galaxy breathing, arms turning, stars rising and fading, the core pulsing softly with light, and still, through all of it, there's peace. No collisions, no chaos, just perfect order unfolding across unimaginable distances. Everything has a place, a path, a rhythm. The galaxy is alive with motion, but it carries itself like a lake without wind, surface still, depth alive. When you think of it that way, Andromeda feels less like an object and more like a meditation. It reminds us that movement doesn't always mean noise, and that stillness doesn't mean nothing's happening. Sometimes the universe is at its most peaceful when it's quietly spinning through eternity. Fact 16. The slow rotation of 1 trillion suns. If you could somehow float in space and watch the Andromeda Galaxy turn, you might be surprised at how slow it moves. A full rotation takes hundreds of millions of years, longer than life on Earth has even existed. Yet in that quiet slowness, there's something peaceful. Every star, every cluster, every cloud of gas all moves together in an ancient rhythm that never hurries and never stops. From a distance, you'd never see the motion with your eyes. It's too vast, too subtle. But telescopes capture the shift, the way light changes as stars drift closer or farther from us. This slow spin keeps the galaxy balanced, like a cosmic waltz that has been going on since the beginning of time. Each star follows a path set long ago, and even though there are 1 trillion of them, the whole system moves with calm precision. It's humbling to think that while our planet spins every day and orbits the Sun every year, Andromeda barely turns at all in human terms. Its slowness gives a sense of peace, as if it has nothing to prove, nowhere to be. Just endless, graceful motion across eternity. And maybe that's the lesson it whispers to us. Not everything beautiful needs to rush. Fact 17. Hidden satellite galaxies orbiting silently. Andromeda isn't alone in the vast dark. Around it, dozens of tiny galaxies quietly circle like companions, faint smudges of stars bound by gravity. These satellite galaxies are small, dim, and often invisible to the naked eye. Yet together they form a kind of soft constellation, following Andromeda in silence. Some of these little galaxies are no bigger than a large star cluster. They drift in wide, slow orbits that take billions of years to complete. They're leftovers from the early universe, ancient fragments that never grew large but still found a home in Andromeda's gravitational pull. Astronomers have discovered more of them recently, hiding like quiet neighbours in the shadows. Each one tells a story of survival, of how matter clings together even in the emptiest reaches of space. They remind us that even in a galaxy's greatness, there's room for the small and unnoticed. And maybe in some quiet way, that's the most comforting thing about the night sky. It has space for everything. Fact 18. The mysterious dark matter that holds it all together. What keeps Andromeda's stars from flying apart? Gravity, yes, but there's more to the story. Something invisible, silent, and mysterious surrounds the galaxy. Dark matter. We can't see it, can't touch it, yet it makes up most of Andromeda's mass. Dark matter doesn't shine or reflect light. It hides in the spaces between stars, shaping the way the galaxy spins. Without it, the outer stars would drift away. With it, everything holds together, as if wrapped in a cosmic embrace we can't fully understand. Scientists don't know what dark matter is made of. It's one of the biggest puzzles in astronomy, but the thought of it can be strangely soothing. Imagine a force that quietly keeps everything balanced, working unseen and asking for nothing in return. Andromeda moves the way it does because of this invisible harmony, a reminder that not everything important can be seen. Fact 19. Star clusters, like floating lanterns in space. Across Andromeda's spiral arms, clusters of stars hang like glowing lanterns in the dark. Each cluster contains thousands of suns born from the same cloud of gas, bound together by gravity. Some are young and blue, still shining with the energy of new life. Others are old and golden, their light soft and steady. If you could drift close to one, you'd see an ocean of stars spread across light years. From a distance, though, they shimmer as tiny points, delicate, warm, and still. These clusters light up Andromeda's vastness, marking places where creation once flared bright. Over billions of years, some of these clusters will scatter. Their stars will wander into the galaxy's flow, becoming part of its greater sea. But for now, they stay together, glowing gently in the cosmic dark. There's something deeply peaceful about that image, a handful of stars keeping each other company in endless space. Fact 20. A dance of gravity, light, and time. The Andromeda Galaxy isn't still. It's caught in a slow dance, a cosmic movement guided by gravity itself. Every star, every cloud, every wisp of light follows that rhythm. Even the Milky Way, our home galaxy, is part of this motion. One day, billions of years from now, the two will meet and merge into one grand creation. But there's no rush. The dance happens over unimaginable timescales, so long that civilizations rise and fall while galaxies inch closer. From our point of view, Andromeda is just a serene glow in the night sky, yet behind that calmness lies endless motion. Light from its stars takes 2.5 million years to reach us, meaning we always see Andromeda as it was long ago. We're looking back through time, watching a slow, beautiful story unfold in silence. Gravity pulls, light travels, time stretches, and together they create a balance so graceful it feels like the universe breathing. And maybe that's what makes it so peaceful. Even in the grandest motion, everything finds its place. Fact 21. The soft glow, visible to the naked eye. If you find yourself far from city lights on a clear night, Andromeda can reveal itself with nothing more than your own eyes. Look closely, and you might see a faint, hazy oval hovering quietly among the stars. It isn't bright or flashy, it's subtle, almost like a whisper. That soft glow doesn't demand attention. It waits, patient for those who slow down enough to notice. What's magical about it is how ordinary it feels. You don't need a telescope or fancy equipment to see it, just patience and darkness. And yet, that faint patch of light is the collective glow of over 1 trillion suns, stretching across hundreds of thousands of light years. A galaxy that vast appears so small, so gentle, simply because of the distance. There's something almost poetic in that. The Andromeda Galaxy is enormous and powerful, yet from here it's soft and quiet, a pale glow that fits effortlessly among the stars. It reminds us that sometimes the most profound things aren't the loudest, they're the quietest. Fact 22. What happens when photons travel for millions of years? Every bit of light we see from Andromeda has travelled an incredible journey. Photons, the particles of light, set out from those distant stars millions of years ago, crossing the vast emptiness of space, passing silently through the void to finally meet our eyes. What you see tonight isn't the galaxy as it is now. It's a snapshot of the past, a memory frozen in light. The journey is long and lonely. Along the way, photons can pass through clouds of gas or dust, bending slightly, shifting colour, but most travel straight and true. That's why, when we look at Andromeda, we're witnessing history written in light. A single flicker represents events that happened before humans even existed. There's a comfort in that. Every photon is a tiny traveller carrying a story across time, and when it reaches us, it reminds us that the universe has a rhythm of patience, unfolding slowly, deliberately, and with quiet beauty. Fact 23. The oldest light. Stars, older than Earth itself. Many stars in Andromeda have been shining far longer than our Sun. Long before the Earth formed, their light is ancient, carrying stories from billions of years ago. When you look at them, you're seeing energy that began its journey when our solar system was just a dream. It's humbling to think about. These stars have lived through cosmic events we can barely imagine. Collisions with other stars, the formation of star clusters, the gentle glow of gases drifting nearby. Their endurance creates a calm sense of continuity, as if the universe itself is breathing, patiently moving through time. Some of these ancient stars glow faintly yellow or red, soft embers in the galaxy's heart. Others shine bright blue, young but already part of a cycle that has lasted eons. Each point of light is a reminder that even in immense space there is order, patience, and quiet persistence. Fact 24. How telescopes reveal its gentle swirl. If you've only seen Andromeda with your naked eye, it may look like a faint blur, but through a telescope, the galaxy transforms into a gentle flowing swirl of stars and light. The spiral arms stretch outward gracefully, arms filled with billions of suns and clouds of glowing gas. Telescopes allow us to see the structure, to watch how stars cluster, how dust lanes carve delicate patterns, and how the core shines golden at the centre. That soft swirl is like the galaxy breathing, a slow, endless motion that has continued for billions of years. Even in its complexity, there's a quiet order to it, as if every star knows its place in the grand design. Looking through a telescope isn't just science, it's meditation. You can feel the rhythm, the movement, and the sheer patience of the cosmos unfolding before you. Andromeda isn't a static object. It's a living composition of light, spinning silently through eternity. Fact 25. The colour of calm, blues and silvers of Andromeda. Andromeda isn't just light, it's colour, subtle and soothing. The younger stars glow blue, burning with vibrant energy at the tips of the spiral arms. Older stars near the core give off a soft golden-white hue, and dust clouds create shadows that deepen the contrast. When viewed through special filters or captured in long exposure images, the galaxy appears in calm shades of silvery blue and gentle white. It's the kind of colour palette that makes you want to pause, take a deep breath, and let your mind drift. There's no harshness here, no sudden brightness. Only the smooth gradient of light flowing from centre to edge. The galaxy's palette mirrors the rhythm of the universe, movement tempered by balance, energy softened by time, and a quiet harmony that feels almost meditative. Looking at Andromeda's colours reminds us that the universe doesn't rush. Even in its vastness and power, it can be gentle. Blue, silver, and gold. They're not just shades, they're an invitation to rest, to watch, and to wonder at the calm order of everything beyond our world. Fact 26. The quiet hum of cosmic background radiation. Even when you think space is completely empty, it's not. There's a soft, steady hum all around us, a faint echo from the earliest moments of the universe. Scientists call it cosmic background radiation, and it's like a whisper that stretches across every galaxy, including Andromeda. We can't hear it with our ears, but instruments detect it as a constant, gentle presence. This hum is the oldest signal we can measure. It's the leftover energy from the universe's infancy, a reminder that every star, every cloud, every galaxy formed on the foundation of something far older than any of us. Andromeda floats quietly within this hum, its trillions of stars moving and shining against a backdrop that has existed for nearly 14 billion years. The idea is strangely comforting. Even in the vast emptiness of space, there's a quiet consistency. The universe has a heartbeat, and Andromeda, like our own Milky Way, is part of that slow, endless rhythm. It's a hum that asks nothing from us, just that we notice it, even briefly, as a small part of something timeless. Fact 27. What Andromeda looks like in infrared. We often think of the night sky in visible light, but Andromeda has hidden layers that appear in other kinds of light. In infrared, the galaxy transforms into a different kind of beauty. Dust clouds glow warmly, revealing hidden structures that our eyes can't detect. The spiral arms seem more defined, glowing softly in long waves of invisible heat. Infrared light also shows where new stars are forming. Inside dense clouds of dust, gravity pulls matter together until it ignites. To us, this is invisible, but infrared telescopes unveil the gentle birth of countless suns, quietly shaping the galaxy over millions of years. It's like seeing a secret world. While the blue and white stars dazzle in visible light, infrared reveals the quiet energy beneath, the slow shaping of the galaxy's soul. That soft warmth and gentle glow create a sense of intimacy, as if Andromeda is letting us peek behind the curtain of its grand design. Fact 28. The beauty hidden in ultraviolet light. In ultraviolet light, Andromeda takes on another personality. Young hot stars shine fiercely scattered across the spiral arms. They're newborns in cosmic terms, just beginning their long journeys through space. This light is invisible to our eyes, but with specialized instruments, it paints the galaxy in soft blues and purples, highlighting the places where energy is fresh and vibrant. Ultraviolet observations help astronomers trace patterns of star formation. They reveal clouds of gas and dust glowing faintly as new suns are born. It's a quiet story, written in light we normally can't see, but it reminds us that even in the vastness of space, creation continues gently and consistently. Seeing Andromeda in ultraviolet is like listening to a secret melody, delicate, almost hidden, yet full of life and motion. It's a reminder that the universe is layered and that beauty exists even in wavelengths we don't normally notice. Fact 29. The story told through its radio waves. Andromeda isn't only visible in light. It emits radio waves that travel across space, carrying information about its structure and motion. These waves are slower to reach our instruments than visible light, but they tell a story of matter interacting, of gas clouds shifting, and of stars moving silently through the spiral arms. By observing these radio signals, astronomers can map regions that are invisible to normal telescopes. They detect hydrogen gas clouds, regions dense with potential star formation, and the subtle pull of gravity shaping the galaxy. The story isn't loud or dramatic. It's a quiet narrative of balance, movement, and patience across millions of light years. It's humbling to know that even waves we cannot hear are part of Andromeda's communication. The galaxy speaks in many languages, and radio waves are one of its gentlest voices, reminding us that the universe has many layers of calm and wonder. Fact 30. How astronomers capture stillness. Through long exposure. One of the most beautiful ways to experience Andromeda is through long exposure photography. Telescopes gather light over hours or even days, allowing faint stars and structures to appear clearly. What looks still in a photo is actually the culmination of the immense cosmic motion. Trillions of stars orbiting slowly, dust drifting, and clouds of gas glowing. Long exposures let us see the delicate spiral arms, the subtle dust lanes, and the soft glow of millions of stars that are otherwise invisible. They transform Andromeda from a faint smudge into a living portrait of balance and motion. The galaxy appears calm, yet every pixel captures motion and life. Through this technique, astronomers invite us into a meditative experience. The stillness in the image doesn't erase movement, it celebrates it. Andromeda's quiet, timeless rhythm is revealed, reminding us that even the grandest motions of the universe can be captured and appreciated in a single, serene glance. Fact 31. How Andromeda began, 10 billion years ago. Imagine a time long before Earth existed, when the universe itself was still young and full of raw energy. That's when Andromeda began to form, 10 billion years ago. Back then, clouds of gas and dust slowly collapsed under gravity, gathering together to create the first glimmers of stars. There were no planets, no observers, just a quiet, almost imperceptible process unfolding in the vastness of space. It's hard to picture that kind of time. Entire civilizations could rise and fall on Earth in a single blink compared to the slow growth of a galaxy. And yet, Andromeda's formation was patient and steady. Tiny clumps of matter merged with others, forming small star clusters. Over millions of years, those clusters coalesced into the beginnings of the massive spiral galaxy we see today. There was no rush, no urgency. Each star ignited quietly, each collision of gas clouds adding gently to the structure. It's a calming thought, knowing that something so vast began with such small, careful steps. slowly building into the majestic galaxy we can observe across millions of light years. Fact 32. The slow birth of its first stars. The first stars of Andromeda were born in clouds of gas that had lingered in space for billions of years. Gravity slowly pulled the particles together, increasing density until nuclear fusion sparked within the cores, igniting their first light. Each star was like a candle in the darkness, marking the beginning of a long, silent process of creation. These early stars were different from the ones we see today. Many burned brightly but briefly, living fast and fading into clouds of gas and dust that would eventually give rise to new generations of stars. Andromeda's early years were a quiet cycle of birth and transformation, each wave of stars adding subtle warmth and light to the growing galaxy. It's calming to imagine these first stars forming, slowly illuminating the surrounding darkness. Their light travelled across empty space, a soft reminder that even the smallest beginnings can lead to something immense and lasting. Over time, this process repeated countless times, shaping the galaxy's spiral arms and its vast population of stars. Fact 33. The peaceful rhythm of galactic evolution. Galaxies like Andromeda change, but not in ways that feel hurried to us. Their evolution is measured in billions of years, a rhythm so slow it's almost meditative. Stars form, drift and die. Gas clouds shift and fold. Spiral arms turn imperceptibly, following the quiet pull of gravity. Even collisions with other galaxies or nearby star clusters happen on such timescales that they appear calm from our perspective. There's no chaos in the usual sense, just the patient unfolding of events guided by natural forces. Andromeda's evolution is like a slow song, its notes played over epochs that are impossible to grasp fully, yet entirely harmonious. Thinking about this rhythm is soothing. It reminds us that the universe doesn't rush. Change happens, but it has its own pace. Andromeda embodies that balance, an immense system moving gracefully, showing that progress and growth can be quiet and patient. Fact 34. What a billion years feels like in space-time. In space is difficult for humans to comprehend. On Earth, a billion years feels like an abstract number, something almost meaningless. But in Andromeda, a billion years is a single turn of a spiral arm, a single cycle of star birth and death, a small note in the ongoing rhythm of the galaxy. During that span, countless stars ignite, live their lives and fade. Dust clouds shift and collapse, forming new stars. Tiny satellite galaxies orbit the edges, completing long journeys that take millions of years each. It's a scale so vast that our sense of urgency vanishes. A billion years is not a deadline, it's simply part of the universe's calm flow. This perspective can be humbling. What feels monumental in a human lifetime is barely a pulse in cosmic time, and yet every star, every cloud, every photon contributes to the ongoing story, quietly, steadily over unimaginable stretches of time. Fact 35. Ancient collisions that shaped its spiral arms. Andromeda's elegant spiral arms didn't form in isolation. Long ago, smaller galaxies and dense clouds of matter collided with it, merging quietly over millions of years. These interactions weren't violent in the way we imagine. They were slow, stretching and reshaping the galaxy, creating the sweeping patterns we see today. Each collision left a mark. Stars were nudged into new orbits. Gas clouds compressed to form fresh generations of stars, and the overall shape of the galaxy became more defined. In a sense, Andromeda's beauty is a product of gentle interactions over eons, a reminder that even cosmic encounters can be slow, deliberate and harmonious. Looking at the spiral arms today, we see the results of patience and persistence, of forces at work over billions of years. The galaxy carries the memory of its past, encoded in the curves of its arms and the placement of its stars, and yet it feels calm, balanced, and serene, a perfect portrait of slow, cosmic creation. Fact 36. Why galaxies drift but never hurry. Galaxies like Andromeda move through space, but they never rush. Unlike airplanes or cars that follow schedules, galaxies drift, guided by gravity and the gentle push of cosmic expansion. They orbit each other, occasionally brushing past, yet their motion feels timeless. Each galaxy moves at incredible speeds, yet because space itself is vast beyond comprehension, that motion appears calm and unhurried. Andromeda's drift toward the Milky Way, for example, is measured in millions of years. The distance shrinks slowly, almost imperceptibly from our perspective. There's no chaos in this movement, just a patient, quiet drift, a reminder that cosmic forces don't need haste to achieve remarkable effects. Everything has its pace, its own rhythm, and galaxies simply follow theirs. Thinking about this kind of motion can be calming. While human life is full of deadlines, the universe moves with patience. Andromeda drifts across the void, slowly shaping its future, never hurried, yet always progressing in a graceful cosmic dance. Fact 37. The universe's expansion as a silent tide. Space itself is stretching, and with it, galaxies drift farther apart in what scientists call the universe's expansion. It's a silent tide that carries everything slowly outward. Even as Andromeda moves toward the Milky Way due to gravity, the surrounding universe continues expanding, stretching the space between distant galaxies ever wider. This expansion isn't something we can feel. It doesn't push us or pull on Earth, but it shapes the cosmos in quiet ways. Light travelling from far-off galaxies takes billions of years to reach us, subtly stretched by the expansion. Stars, gas clouds, and dark matter drift along with it, part of a vast, silent flow. The expansion feels almost meditative. It's steady, consistent, and invisible in daily life, yet on a grand scale, it defines the rhythm of the universe. Andromeda, while drifting closer to us, exists within this broader cosmic tide, moving according to forces far older and slower than anything we experience. Fact 38. The patience of the cosmos. Everything in slow motion. When we look at Andromeda, or any galaxy, we are witnessing motion on a scale that's difficult to comprehend. Stars orbit centers over hundreds of millions of years. Gas clouds form stars slowly. Spiral arms rotate like slow-moving ribbons. From our perspective, everything seems still, yet nothing in space is truly motionless. That apparent stillness is part of the universe's patient beauty. Cosmic processes have no deadlines. Collisions, star formation, and the shifting of galaxies occur so gradually that the human mind struggles to notice them. Andromeda, like all galaxies, moves in a calm, deliberate way, giving the impression of stillness even while billions of events unfold simultaneously. This slow motion is soothing. It reminds us that the universe doesn't rush. Growth, creation, and change have their own timing, measured not in years or decades, but in eons. Andromeda is a perfect example, a galaxy alive with activity, yet appearing peacefully composed from our vantage point. Fact 39. Time dilation and the illusion of stillness. In the vastness of space, time itself can feel strange. Near massive objects like black holes or moving at extreme speeds, time slows relative to distant observers, a phenomenon called time dilation. While we can't experience it near Andromeda, it's a reminder that time is not absolute. For us on Earth, the galaxy seems almost frozen in the sky, a calm glow against the black backdrop. Stars orbit, spiral arms rotate, and dust drifts, but all at such slow rates that our perception interprets it as stillness. The illusion of stillness is comforting. It allows us to appreciate the beauty and order of galaxies without feeling overwhelmed by their immense scale and motion. Even though Andromeda has been changing for billions of years, we see it in a gentle, frozen snapshot, a reminder that the universe's grand motions are patient, steady, and quietly mesmerizing. Fact 40. How light preserves cosmic memories. The light we see from Andromeda is more than just illumination. It's a memory. Each photon began its journey millions of years ago, traveling through space to carry the story of stars, gas clouds, and distant collisions to our eyes. When we look at Andromeda, we're witnessing the galaxy as it was long before humans existed, preserving a record of the past. Light allows us to connect with history on a cosmic scale. We can see newborn stars forming, ancient stars burning their final energy, and structures shaped by events that happened billions of years ago. In this way, Andromeda becomes a storyteller, sharing its slow evolution in silence. It's a comforting thought. Even across unimaginable distances, the universe remembers itself. Every photon is a small messenger, carrying calm and beauty through time and space, and when we gaze at Andromeda, we receive that memory, a gentle reminder that the cosmos is patient, consistent, and endlessly serene. Fact 41. The gentle approach. Andromeda moving toward us. Even though Andromeda feels far away, it's slowly moving toward the Milky Way. At a speed of about 110 kilometers per second, it seems fast in human terms, but across millions of light years, this journey is gentle. Each year, the distance between our galaxies shrinks by a tiny fraction, almost imperceptible from our perspective. The thought of this slow approach is oddly calming. Andromeda isn't racing. It drifts steadily, like a river of stars flowing through space. For now, we watch it as a quiet presence in the night sky, a neighbour moving ever so slightly closer with patience that stretches across eons. Astronomers track its motion carefully, measuring the subtle shifts in its light and position. Yet despite the incredible scale and speed, the galaxy seems serene, a reminder that the universe works on its own time, far slower than our daily pace. Fact 42. The slow dance between two galaxies. As Andromeda drifts closer, it begins a slow gravitational dance with the Milky Way. Their mutual attraction pulls them toward each other, and in the far future, this dance will lead to a gentle collision. But right now, they orbit and sway in a way that seems graceful, almost like partners in a quiet ballet. Every star, gas cloud, and dark matter halo feels the tug of gravity. Yet the motion unfolds over billions of years. There is no rush, no sudden crash, only the careful, deliberate influence of cosmic forces shaping the galaxy's future. This slow dance is mesmerizing to imagine. Both galaxies are massive, yet their approach is peaceful. The universe has a rhythm that is patient, careful, and precise, proving that even immense motion can carry a sense of calm. Fact 43. When the Milky Way and Andromeda will meet, scientists estimate that in about 4.5 billion years, Andromeda and the Milky Way will begin to merge. That sounds dramatic, but on cosmic timescales, it's gradual. The process will unfold over hundreds of millions of years, stars gliding past each other rather than colliding, and gas clouds slowly interacting to form new regions of star formation. From Earth, the night sky will change slowly. The faint light of Andromeda will grow brighter as the galaxies draw near, a gentle transformation across the distant horizon. This isn't a sudden explosion, but a slow unfolding, a testament to the patience of cosmic time. Imagining this distant future can be strangely soothing. It reminds us that even the universe's largest events unfold at their own pace, creating beauty without urgency. Fact 44. What a galactic merger really looks like. When galaxies merge, it's not a chaotic smash, but a patient blending. Stars mostly pass by each other because the distances between them are immense. Gas clouds interact, forming new stars that shine like tiny lanterns in the expanding spiral arms. Dust twists and weaves intricate patterns, giving the galaxy a dynamic but still harmonious appearance. Astronomers model these events in computer simulations, revealing waves of light and colour sweeping across the merging galaxies. It's a majestic spectacle, yet quiet in its rhythm. The Milky Way and Andromeda won't explode. Instead, they will coalesce, orbit, and settle into a new, more massive galaxy over billions of years. There's a sense of calm in that image. Even immense forces of gravity and motion operate with subtlety, creating something new without frenzy. The universe shows that transformation doesn't need haste to be beautiful. Fact 45. The birth of a new galaxy. Milkomeda. Eventually, the Milky Way and Andromeda will fully merge to form a single galaxy, sometimes called Milkomeda. Its shape will be different, a large elliptical galaxy, smooth and balanced, with stars from both predecessors woven together. The new galaxy will carry the memories of its parent galaxies, their stars drifting in new orbits but still part of a grand design. Milkomeda's birth will be slow, quiet, and majestic. For billions of years it will evolve gently, with new stars forming in the wake of old ones. Even in this colossal change there will be order and calm, a reminder that the universe builds, blends, and renews in ways that are patient and harmonious. Thinking about Milkomeda is comforting. It shows that even the largest events in the cosmos happen without urgency, creating beauty through careful, endless motion. Andromeda's journey toward us isn't a threat. It's part of the universe's quiet, eternal rhythm. Fact 46. Why this collision won't destroy us. Hearing that Andromeda will collide with the Milky Way can sound alarming, but the reality is surprisingly gentle. Galaxies are mostly empty space. Even though each contains billions of stars, the distances between them are so vast that collisions between individual stars are incredibly unlikely. Our Sun, for example, is expected to pass through this cosmic encounter largely untouched. The real effect of the collision will be on the galaxy's shape, gas clouds and star formation, not on planets like Earth. The galaxies will stretch and swirl, merging slowly over hundreds of millions of years. It's a reminder that cosmic events can be massive in scale, but still incredibly serene when viewed up close. The universe doesn't operate like an explosion. Even this grand galactic meeting is measured, calm, and patient. And it's reassuring to know that life on Earth, billions of years from now, will witness a magnificent transformation rather than destruction. Fact 47. The art of cosmic blending. Stars passing peacefully. When two galaxies merge, the stars within them rarely collide. Instead, they pass by each other in a delicate cosmic dance. Gravity nudges them into new orbits, creating waves and patterns, but each star maintains its integrity. It's like watching a river of glowing particles weaving together without turbulence. This blending creates the new galaxy's structure. Spiral arms distort, streams of stars fan out, and clusters shift to balance the gravitational pull of their new home. Yet there's no chaos at the level of individual stars. They move gracefully, silently, almost as if they understand the rhythm of the larger galaxy. The quiet elegance of this process is one of the universe's most peaceful phenomena. Stars drift, interact, and form new arrangements, all without crashing or conflict. It's a beautiful reminder that even enormous change can be gentle. Fact 48. The creation of new stars in their union. Collisions of gas clouds during a galactic merger trigger the birth of new stars. As Andromeda and the Milky Way combine, vast clouds of hydrogen and helium will compress, forming clusters of bright young stars. These newborn stars will shine with blue brilliance, scattered across the merging galaxies like lanterns lighting a slow, cosmic celebration. This star formation is gradual, taking millions of years to unfold fully. Yet it brings renewal, transforming the collision into creation rather than destruction. The old stars continue their orbits while the new stars add fresh energy and light to the galaxy. It's a reminder that even in immense events, growth can follow change. The galaxy's union will create a spectacular tapestry of old and new, a living testament to patience, balance, and cosmic harmony. Fact 49. How black holes may merge at the centre. At the hearts of both Andromeda and the Milky Way lie supermassive black holes. As the galaxies approach and merge, these two giants will gradually spiral toward each other, pulled together by gravity. Over time, they may merge into an even larger black hole, quietly anchoring the new galaxy at its centre. This process is slow, measured in millions of years, and it doesn't behave like a violent crash. It's a gravitational ballet, with immense forces moving steadily without sudden explosions. The surrounding stars orbit safely, far enough away to avoid danger. Even the most powerful objects in the universe operate in calm, predictable ways. The merging black holes remind us that immense strength doesn't need chaos. Nature can create stability and harmony out of colossal forces. Fact 50. The rebirth of light in a future sky. After Andromeda and the Milky Way fully merge, the new galaxy, Milkomeda, will glow differently. The rearranged stars, combined with new stars formed from colliding gas clouds, will create a sky filled with light and colour unlike anything we see today. Spiral arms may dissolve, but the light itself will continue, reflecting the slow, patient evolution of the universe. For future observers, the night sky will feel both familiar and new. Patterns will have changed, yet the gentle rhythm of stars moving in harmony will persist. Light preserves these transformations, carrying the memory of billions of years of motion, creation, and renewal. It's a comforting thought. Even through change and collision, the universe continues to shine. The rebirth of light in Milkomeda is a quiet celebration of patience, resilience, and cosmic beauty, reminding us that even the grandest events unfold with serenity. Fact 51. Gentle red giants glowing like embers. Some stars in Andromeda have reached the later stages of their lives, becoming red giants. These stars expand and glow with a soft, warm light, like embers in a distant cosmic fire. Their brilliance is not harsh or blinding, it's gentle, steady and comforting, filling the galaxy with a calm, glowing presence. Red giants move slowly through their final phases. Their outer layers drift outward, shedding material into space that may one day form new stars. There's a quiet dignity in this process. Even as they near the end of their lifetimes, these stars continue to shine steadily, contributing to Andromeda's gentle beauty. Watching these red giants in our imagination is soothing. They remind us that even in endings there can be grace, warmth, and continuity. In the grand story of the galaxy, their glow is a soft, enduring note in a melody that has lasted billions of years. Fact 52. Blue-white stars shimmering with quiet energy. At the same time, Andromeda hosts stars in the other extreme, hot young blue-white stars. They burn fiercely, shimmering with energy that seems almost alive. Yet even these energetic stars are part of the galaxy's calm rhythm. Their light travels across millions of light years, reaching us as a gentle, sparkling glow. Blue-white stars are often found in spiral arms, where gas and dust are abundant. They illuminate nearby clouds, revealing the intricate structure of Andromeda's swirling arms. Their brilliance adds contrast to the warm reds and golds of older stars, creating a harmonious palette that feels balanced and serene. Even in their intense energy, these stars are part of the galaxy's patient, slow-moving dance. Their presence highlights the contrast between youth and age, between motion and stability, adding a dynamic calm to Andromeda's vastness. Fact 53. How stars live and fade gracefully. Every star in Andromeda has a life story. They are born in clouds of gas, shine steadily for millions or billions of years, and then fade gracefully into their next phase, some becoming red giants, others collapsing into white dwarfs or neutron stars. There's a rhythm to this life cycle that is quietly mesmerizing. Stars don't rush through their stages. Even the most massive blue-white stars, which burn fast in cosmic terms, live in a way that feels measured. Their births and deaths are spaced across millions of years, giving the galaxy a sense of enduring balance. This slow, predictable cycle is comforting. It shows us that change, even on an enormous scale, can be gentle and graceful. Andromeda's stars teach patience through their quiet evolution, a serene reminder of the natural order in the universe. Fact 54. The soothing balance of star cycles. Looking at Andromeda, you can imagine trillions of stars at different stages of life. Some are just forming, others in full brightness, and many nearing their final phases. This balance creates a steady rhythm, a cosmic heartbeat, that gives the galaxy its calm beauty. New stars emerge where old ones have faded, maintaining equilibrium over billions of years. The galaxy isn't chaotic, it's an orchestra of light, motion and energy, each element complementing the other. Even the smallest changes, like the death of a single star, contribute to this larger balance. There's a peacefulness in knowing that Andromeda's cycles continue uninterrupted. The star's steady rhythm, repeated across time and space, creates an almost meditative sense of cosmic stability. Fact 55. Star nurseries. Where light is born, slowly. In Andromeda's spiral arms, there are regions where new stars slowly come to life. These star nurseries are clouds of gas and dust, collapsing under gravity over millions of years until nuclear fusion ignites. The process is gentle, almost imperceptible on human timescales, yet it shapes the galaxy's future. Young stars emerge gradually, glowing softly at first and gradually increasing in brightness. Some remain in clusters, like tiny lanterns scattered across the spiral arms, while others drift into the galaxy's wider expanse. These nurseries are quiet engines of creation, producing light and energy without urgency. Imagining these star-forming regions is calming. They are reminders that even in vast empty space, new life and light emerge steadily, patiently, and beautifully. Andromeda's star nurseries are a testament to the universe's quiet, enduring creativity. Fact 56. The comfort of constant motion. Even in stillness, Andromeda is never truly still. Stars orbit its core, gas clouds drift along spiral arms, and dust slowly weaves patterns across the galaxy. This constant motion is steady and predictable, a gentle rhythm that has been ongoing for billions of years. There's something comforting about this endless movement. It shows that life, energy, and light continue without rush, maintaining balance on an immense scale. While individual stars may feel small against the galaxy's vastness, their combined motion creates a harmonious flow, like a silent river of light. Watching or imagining this slow drift invites calm. The universe doesn't panic. It continues steadily, reminding us that even the grandest systems can move with patience, grace, and quiet purpose. Fact 57. Binary stars dancing around each other. Some stars in Andromeda exist not alone, but in pairs. These binary stars orbit one another, locked in a slow gravitational dance. From afar, it's a quiet performance, with each star tracing elegant paths around its partner. This cosmic duet is mesmerizing. The stars influence each other's evolution, gently exchanging energy and sometimes material, but always in a rhythm that feels intentional and balanced. Their motion is calm, continuous, and perfectly synchronized, adding another layer of serenity to the galaxy's overall composition. Imagining binary stars circling each other for millions of years is almost meditative. It's a subtle reminder that companionship, even on a cosmic scale, can be graceful and enduring, creating patterns of light that last across eons. Fact 58. The poetry of dying stars eventually reach the ends of their lifetimes, but even their endings are quietly poetic. Some swell into red giants, shedding outer layers into space, while others collapse into white dwarfs or neutron stars. Their light fades gradually, leaving behind remnants that continue to drift through the galaxy. There's beauty in this transition. The dying star contributes to the galaxy, seeding the surrounding space with elements that may one day form new stars or planets. Its end is not abrupt. It is a gentle transformation, a graceful passage from one stage of existence to another. Witnessing this poetic cycle invites reflection. In Andromeda, death is not violent. It is a calm, meaningful process that sustains the larger rhythm of the cosmos. Fact 59. The calm beauty of supernova remnants. Some stars end their lives in supernova, exploding in brilliant bursts of light. But even these dramatic events leave behind remnants that spread slowly and gently across space. Gas and dust expand outward, forming intricate glowing clouds that drift through the galaxy for millions of years. These remnants are not chaotic. They are mesmerizing, delicate patterns of light and matter. They contribute to the galaxy's beauty, providing the raw material for future generations of stars. In a way, a supernova is both an ending and a beginning, a calm, natural part of the universe's cycle. The glow of these remnants is a quiet reminder that even dramatic change in the cosmos can unfold with elegance, creating patterns that are as soothing as they are spectacular. Fact 60. Stardust. The soft material of everything. Every star, planet and cloud in Andromeda is built from stardust. These tiny particles of carbon, oxygen, iron, and other elements are the remnants of stars long past. Floating gently through space, they slowly accumulate to form new stars, planets, and even the ingredients for life elsewhere. Stardust is quiet and soft, drifting almost imperceptibly, yet it carries the history of countless cosmic events. It's a tangible connection between past and future, between what has ended and what is yet to come. Thinking about stardust is calming. It reminds us that even the smallest, softest particles play an important role in the universe. In Andromeda, as in all galaxies, stardust is both a memory and a promise, quietly shaping the galaxy over billions of years. Fact 61. The two tiny galaxies that follow Andromeda. Andromeda isn't alone in its cosmic neighbourhood. Two small companion galaxies, M32 and M110, drift quietly around it, bound by gravity yet moving at their own gentle pace. These tiny galaxies are like faithful satellites, following their larger neighbour through the vast emptiness of space. From afar they may seem insignificant, but they contribute to Andromeda's story. Their stars, gas and dust interact subtly with the main galaxy, occasionally sparking small waves of star formation or shifting patterns of motion. Despite their size, they add depth and texture to this galactic scene. Observing these companions reminds us that even the smallest elements in the universe have a role to play. They drift silently, part of a larger cosmic system, moving gracefully without hurry or fuss. Their quiet presence adds a sense of continuity to Andromeda's grand scale. Fact 62. How gravity keeps them close. Gravity is the invisible thread connecting Andromeda to its smaller companions. It guides their paths, preventing them from drifting away into the vast void. This force, though invisible, is steady and patient, orchestrating movements over millions of years. Even though the galaxies move and spin, gravity keeps them bound in a gentle orbit. Stars within the smaller galaxies follow predictable paths, and tidal forces stretch and tug the outskirts, creating subtle, long-lasting effects. It's a slow, elegant process, one that has been unfolding for billions of years. Thinking about gravity this way is calming. It shows that even powerful forces in the universe can operate without chaos or abrupt change, shaping entire galaxies with quiet consistency. Fact 63. Star bridges connecting them in silence. Between Andromeda and its companions, Streams of stars and gas sometimes form faint bridges. These delicate connections carry material slowly from one galaxy to another, like soft threads woven across space. They are invisible to the naked eye, revealed only through careful observation, but their existence tells a story of quiet interaction. These star bridges are calm reminders that galaxies are not entirely isolated. Even in the emptiness of space, matter moves thoughtfully, creating subtle connections that persist for millions of years. The bridges don't collide or crash. They flow, almost as if the galaxies are gently exchanging whispers across the void. It's soothing to imagine these silent connections, weaving a cosmic tapestry that binds galaxies together in a slow, serene dance. Fact 64. The mystery of rogue stars drifting alone. Not every star stays in a galaxy. Some are flung into space by gravitational interactions or collisions, becoming rogue stars wandering alone in the darkness. These solitary travellers move silently, without companions, yet still carry the light of their origin. Rogue stars are rare, but they remind us of the universe's quiet unpredictability. Even in vast patterns of order, small anomalies drift along, creating their own gentle paths. Their solitude isn't frightening, it's peaceful, a slow journey across the cosmos that may last billions of years. Thinking about rogue stars evokes a sense of calm reflection. Even in isolation, there is motion, purpose, and quiet beauty in their journey. Fact 65. Nebulas glowing faintly between them. In the spaces between Andromeda and its companions, faint clouds of gas and dust glow softly. These intergalactic nebulas are often invisible to the naked eye, but they shine gently when observed through telescopes sensitive to different wavelengths. These clouds drift slowly, influenced by gravity and radiation from nearby stars. They provide the raw material for future star formation, a quiet reminder that even in empty stretches of space, creation continues. Their glow is subtle and calming, like a distant lantern illuminating a vast dark corridor. Imagining these faint nebulas floating between galaxies offers a sense of serenity. Even across unimaginable distances, the universe continues its gentle work, maintaining balance, light, and quiet beauty. Fact 66. Streams of stars like rivers of light. In Andromeda and across the universe, stars sometimes form long, narrow streams stretching far from the main galaxy. These stellar streams look like rivers of light, tracing gentle arcs across space. They are created when smaller galaxies or star clusters are slowly pulled apart by gravity, leaving trails of stars that drift quietly through the cosmos. These streams move at their own unhurried pace. Each star follows a calculated path, forming an elegant structure that takes millions of years to fully develop. When we imagine them, they resemble glowing threads, weaving patterns across the dark fabric of space. Their motion is steady, soothing, and mesmerizing, like a cosmic ballet performed over eons. The beauty of these rivers of light is in their calmness. Even though they're made from countless stars, the flow appears gentle, continuous, and perfectly balanced. They remind us that even in immense scale, the universe can maintain tranquility. Fact 67. The quiet pull of cosmic relationships. Every star, cluster, and galaxy is connected by gravity. This invisible force quietly orchestrates the movement of matter, creating interactions that shape the universe without chaos. Andromeda, its satellite galaxies, and countless star clusters interact in ways that feel calm and intentional. These cosmic relationships are subtle. Galaxies orbit, stars tug on each other, and streams of matter weave paths through space. There's no rush, no conflict, just slow, steady guidance that ensures balance and harmony. In a way, the universe behaves like a quiet community, each element influencing others without noise or frenzy. Understanding this gives a sense of calm. Even in vast empty space, connections exist, binding everything together in a patient, enduring rhythm that continues for billions of years. Fact 68. How the universe forms. Clusters of calm galaxies rarely drift entirely alone. Over billions of years, gravity gathers them into clusters and groups, creating structures where motion is balanced and predictable. Andromeda is part of such a system, moving alongside the Milky Way and other members of the local group in a delicate equilibrium. Clusters form slowly, their members orbiting around each other with patience and grace. The interactions create harmony rather than chaos, as gravitational forces distribute matter evenly across vast distances. These groupings of galaxies are reminders that even on the larger scales, the universe prefers calm order. The idea of clusters evokes serenity. They show that the universe organizes itself naturally, creating pockets of stability and balance amid the vast, quiet expanse of space. Fact 69. The local group. Our cosmic neighborhood Andromeda is part of a collection of more than 50 galaxies known as the local group. This cosmic neighborhood includes the Milky Way, its satellites and other nearby galaxies, all bound together by gravity. Each moves at its own pace, yet their motion is coordinated like a slow, harmonious dance. Being part of the local group gives Andromeda context. It isn't an isolated island, but a participant in a network of galaxies, each quietly influencing and supporting the other's motion. The interactions are subtle, barely noticeable over human lifetimes, but they create a stable cosmic environment. Thinking about our galactic neighborhood brings comfort. It shows that even across unimaginable distances, relationships exist, order persists, and every galaxy has a place in the grand, serene design of the universe. Fact 70. The comforting feeling of belonging in the vastness. In the immense emptiness of space, it can be comforting to see Andromeda as part of a larger structure. The galaxy doesn't drift alone. It exists within the local group, interacts with companion galaxies, and is connected to cosmic streams and clusters. There's a sense of belonging in this grand design, a calm reassurance that even in vastness, order and connection persist. The universe, despite its size, creates balance and harmony. Galaxies, stars, and clouds of gas coexist peacefully, forming patterns and relationships that endure for billions of years. Observing Andromeda within this context offers a quiet reminder. Everything has its place, and even the largest cosmic structures move with patience, purpose, and gentle grace. Fact 71. How we measure. Cosmic distances. Measuring distances in space is a delicate and fascinating process. Andromeda is roughly 2.5 million light-years away, which means the light we see tonight left that galaxy millions of years ago. To determine such distances, astronomers use methods like observing the brightness of certain types of stars, called Cepheid variables, which pulse with predictable rhythms. By comparing how bright these stars appear to how bright they truly are, scientists can calculate how far away they must be. It's a slow, careful process, requiring patience and precision. Every measurement adds a small piece to our understanding of the cosmos, revealing the calm scale on which galaxies drift and evolve. Thinking about these distances is soothing. The universe moves slowly and gracefully, and our efforts to measure it reflect that same gentle, deliberate rhythm. The vastness becomes not overwhelming but comforting in its quiet order. Fact 72. The Hubble telescope's peaceful gaze. For decades, the Hubble Space Telescope has offered a calm window into the universe. Its long, steady observations capture galaxies like Andromeda in exquisite detail, showing spiral arms, star clusters, and distant nebulae in serene clarity. Hubble doesn't rush. It observes patiently, sometimes staring at a single patch of sky for hours, days, or even weeks. Its images reveal subtle details that our eyes could never see, highlighting the soft blues of young stars, the warm reds of older stars, and the delicate swirls of dust lanes. Imagining Hubble's gaze is comforting. Even across millions of light years, someone or something is quietly watching, recording the universe's gentle rhythms, preserving its calm beauty for all of us to appreciate. Fact 73. The math behind beauty and balance. The universe has patterns that feel harmonious, and math helps us understand them. Spiral arms follow logarithmic spirals, star clusters form predictable shapes, and gravity distributes matter in elegant, balanced ways. These mathematical patterns aren't forced. They emerge naturally from the laws of physics, creating order from vast chaos. The precision of these cosmic patterns is calming. They show that even on a scale we can hardly imagine, the universe operates with subtle beauty and balance. Andromeda's shape, its rotation, and its star distribution all reflect this hidden order. There's comfort in knowing that math can reveal the quiet symmetry of the cosmos. It shows us that beneath the apparent randomness, there is a slow, steady logic guiding the motion of galaxies and stars. Fact 74. How scientists find comfort in cosmic order. Astronomers often speak of finding reassurance in the universe's predictability. While stars and galaxies move and evolve over billions of years, their motions are governed by the same physical laws we can understand and calculate. This order provides a sense of calm. Even in immense scales, everything behaves in a steady, reliable way. Studying Andromeda and other galaxies allows scientists to trace patterns, predict motions, and understand the history of the cosmos. Knowing that the universe has structure and rhythm transforms what could feel chaotic into something serene. Each measurement, each observation, becomes a small connection to a vast harmonious system. It's a gentle reminder that even in the universe's immense complexity, patience and observation reveal a comforting pattern of balance. Fact 75. Redshift, the universe breathing outward. The light from distant galaxies, including Andromeda, carries subtle shifts known as redshift. This occurs because the universe is expanding, stretching like waves as galaxies move slowly apart over billions of years. It's as if the cosmos is breathing outward in a calm, continuous motion. Redshift tells us more than distance. It reveals the steady expansion and age of the universe. This slow breathing gives space a gentle rhythm, like a vast, invisible pulse connecting galaxies across time and distance. Observing redshift is soothing. It shows that the universe is dynamic yet patient, always moving but never in a rush. Even cosmic expansion has a pace, and through it, we can sense the slow, serene unfolding of the cosmos. Fact 76. The predictable rhythm of gravity. Gravity is the quiet architect of the cosmos. It guides stars, planets, and galaxies along precise paths, creating patterns that repeat across billions of years. In Andromeda, gravity ensures that stars orbit its core in smooth, predictable motions, and that its spiral arms maintain their elegant curves over time. This rhythm is steady and unhurried. Nothing in the galaxy moves randomly. Every star, cloud, and dust lane follows a calculated path, slowly weaving the galaxy's structure. Observing this order is soothing. It reminds us that even on a scale beyond comprehension, there is consistency and reliability. The predictable pull of gravity shows us that the universe is a system of balance. Forces interact quietly, patiently, and harmoniously, shaping galaxies without frenzy or chaos. Fact 77. Why everything in the cosmos follows the same laws. Across the universe, from Andromeda to the smallest particle, the same physical laws apply. Gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear forces govern motion, energy, and matter in a consistent, calm way. This universality allows astronomers to predict stellar behavior, galaxy evolution, and cosmic events. The beauty lies in its simplicity. Despite the universe's enormity, its rules are constant. A star forming in Andromeda follows the same principles as one forming here in the Milky Way. There's harmony in knowing that the cosmos obeys reliable patterns, even over billions of light years. Recognizing this consistency is comforting. It shows that the universe, while vast and complex, is also organized, measured, and beautifully comprehensible in its own quiet way. Fact 78. The balance between chaos and calm. The universe can seem chaotic. Stars explode, galaxies collide, and supernovae flare. But even these dramatic events follow a balance. Chaos exists within a larger framework of order, ensuring that galaxies like Andromeda maintain structure, while evolution continues slowly over eons. Spiraling arms, orbiting stars, and drifting clouds all move according to rules that create equilibrium. Even collisions, like the eventual meeting of Andromeda and the Milky Way, unfold gradually and elegantly. In this balance, chaos is transformed into calm, reminding us that the cosmos has its own gentle way of harmonizing movement and energy. Seeing this balance is reassuring. It shows that even when change occurs, it is measured and orderly, providing a quiet sense of stability across time and space. Fact 79. What infinite really means. Looking at Andromeda invites reflection on infinity. Its light has travelled millions of years to reach us, yet beyond it the universe continues without apparent end. Space stretches, galaxies drift, and stars form and fade, creating a sense of endlessness that is both humbling and peaceful. Infinity is not chaos. It is continuous motion and constant creation. Observing galaxies like Andromeda helps us grasp the idea that the universe has no rush, no final moment, only an eternal unfolding. Its scale is vast, but the calm order within it makes infinity feel gentle rather than overwhelming. The notion of the infinite encourages patience. Just as the universe unfolds slowly over billions of years, so too can we appreciate the beauty of gradual change and enduring patterns. Fact 80. How studying Andromeda helps us understand ourselves. Observing Andromeda is more than scientific, it's deeply reflective. Watching a galaxy drift, form stars, and maintain balance over eons reminds us of patience, rhythm, and harmony. In its slow, graceful motions, we can find parallels to life's own cycles: growth, change, and continuity. The galaxy teaches us to appreciate scale and perspective. It shows that time can be patient, that order can emerge from complexity, and that even immense forces can move with calm elegance. Studying Andromeda connects us to the universe's quiet wisdom, inspiring reflection on our place within it. In this way, the galaxy becomes both a teacher and a companion. Its vast, steady presence offers reassurance, encouraging a sense of calm as we contemplate life, motion, and the timeless patterns of the cosmos. Fact 81. Why the universe feels peaceful when we imagine it. Sometimes, just thinking about the universe can bring a sense of calm. Visualizing Andromeda drifting slowly, stars orbiting in perfect balance, and gas clouds moving gently through space creates a mental space of serenity. There's no rush, no noise, only quiet, expansive motion unfolding over billions of years. This imagined peace is comforting because it contrasts with the busyness of daily life. While we rush from task to task, the universe moves on a timescale far beyond our own. That perspective allows us to step back, breathe, and feel the quiet rhythm of existence. Imagining these cosmic motions encourages reflection. We see vast patterns, gentle flows, and the patient unfolding of events, which can help our minds slow down and find a moment of calm within ourselves. Fact 82. Seeing Andromeda as a mirror of time. Looking at Andromeda is like peering into the past. Its light takes 2.5 million years to reach us, meaning we see the galaxy as it was long before humans even existed. Each glance is a meditation on time, a reminder that the universe moves on its own schedule. This perspective is peaceful. The galaxy's age and steady evolution put our brief lives into context, showing that time can be measured in patience and continuity. The spiraling arms and steady star cycles of Andromeda mirror the slow, unfolding processes of nature on Earth, just on a far grander scale. Seeing the galaxy as a mirror of time invites calm reflection. It reminds us that change happens gradually, and that enduring beauty arises from patience rather than urgency. Fact 83. The comfort of being small in something vast. There's a strange comfort in realizing how small we are in the universe. Andromeda stretches across millions of light years, filled with billions of stars, yet its slow, deliberate motions are gentle and predictable. Knowing that our own lives are tiny compared to cosmic scales can be grounding rather than frightening. Being small in something vast can free us from pressure and hurry. Just as stars follow their orbits and galaxies drift in quiet order, we can find reassurance in the calm patterns around us. The universe's vastness is not chaotic. It is steady, measured, and soothing. This sense of scale offers perspective. It reminds us that even tiny lives are part of a larger ordered system, and that calm can be found in recognizing the universe's patient rhythm. Fact 84. How cosmic distance creates emotional calm. The sheer distances between galaxies like Andromeda and the Milky Way are astonishing. Millions of light years separate us, yet these distances are calming rather than intimidating. From this perspective, everything feels spacious, slow, and unhurried. Distance allows events to unfold without immediate consequence. Stars explode, galaxies merge, and light travels vast expanses, but we observe from a quiet vantage point. This cosmic buffer creates emotional calm, reminding us that much of the universe operates beyond our stress and urgency. Thinking about these distances encourages patience. It helps us appreciate that time and motion exist on scales far larger than our daily concerns, and that the universe's gentle pace can inspire quiet reflection. Fact 85. The poetry hidden in space. Science. Science often feels precise and technical, but observing Andromeda reveals poetry in motion. The spiral arms, the drifting stars, and the glowing nebulae all follow laws of physics, yet their patterns evoke awe, wonder, and serenity. Every formula, every measurement uncovers a hidden elegance. Gravity shapes spirals, light reveals history, and the interplay of energy and matter creates rhythms that are both predictable and beautiful. The universe speaks a quiet language, full of harmony and subtle storytelling. Recognizing this poetry adds calm. It reminds us that even in technical studies there is beauty, grace, and meaning. The galaxy becomes a living poem, unfolding slowly across the cosmos, inviting us to pause, breathe, and admire. Fact 86. Why stillness and eternity feel connected. When we think about Andromeda drifting slowly through space, there's a sense of stillness, even though stars are moving and gas clouds swirl. This paradox creates a feeling of eternity. From our perspective, changes happen so gradually that the galaxy seems timeless, as if it has existed forever and will continue to do so. This stillness is soothing. It reminds us that the universe is not rushing, not anxious. It simply unfolds. Observing or imagining this calm can feel meditative, giving a sense of peace that stretches beyond the limits of time. Even the largest motions in the cosmos feel slow and deliberate, connecting the idea of eternity with the quiet rhythms of motion. Understanding this link between stillness and eternity encourages reflection. It shows us that patience and continuity are fundamental to the universe, and that there is quiet wisdom in observing slow, steady processes on a grand scale. Fact 87. What Andromeda teaches us about patience. Andromeda moves, evolves, and changes, but all on scales measured in millions or billions of years. Stars form, live and fade, spiral arms rotate, companion galaxies drift around it, all at a pace that makes human impatience seem fleeting. Watching Andromeda, even in imagination, teaches patience. It reminds us that growth and transformation are slow, that balance is maintained over vast periods, and that beauty emerges gradually. The galaxy's rhythms are unhurried, yet perfectly coordinated, a cosmic lesson in waiting without worry. This perspective is comforting. By observing Andromeda, we can cultivate patience, realizing that life's slow changes are natural and aligned with the broader patterns of the universe. Fact 88. The illusion of isolation in an infinite cosmos. At first glance, space can feel empty and isolating. Andromeda, though millions of light years away, appears alone in the night sky. Yet, upon closer reflection, it is part of a vast network. Companion galaxies, clusters, streams of stars and invisible dark matter all connect it to the wider universe. This reveals that isolation is an illusion. Even in apparent emptiness, relationships and interactions quietly shape motion and structure. Observing Andromeda reminds us that nothing truly exists in complete solitude. Everything is part of a larger, harmonious system. Recognizing this can bring calm and reassurance. The universe is vast, but it is also connected, and even distant galaxies have a quiet, invisible network holding them together. Fact 89. Finding hope in the idea of cosmic rebirth. Even as stars die and galaxies merge, new light and energy emerge. When Andromeda eventually collides with the Milky Way, new stars will form, supernovae will scatter material, and the resulting galaxy will shine in a renewed pattern. This cycle of destruction and creation is slow and gentle, yet it carries hope. It shows that endings are not final. They feed the next phase of growth and light. The universe continually refreshes itself, creating space for new beginnings in a calm, measured way. Thinking about this cosmic rebirth can be comforting. It reminds us that change is natural, that life continues, and that transformation often brings beauty rather than loss. Fact 90. The gentle truth. We are made of the same stars. Everything we see in Andromeda, from glowing red giants to tiny clouds of stardust, contains the same elements found on Earth. Carbon, oxygen, iron, these building blocks formed in stars long ago. In a sense, we share a quiet connection with Andromeda and the rest of the universe. This realization is both humbling and calming. It reminds us that we are part of a vast interconnected cosmos, made from the same matter that drifts slowly through galaxies. Every heartbeat, every breath, is a continuation of the universe's patient rhythm. Recognizing this connection encourages a gentle sense of belonging. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are participants in its slow, elegant dance, crafted from the very same stars that light Andromeda. Fact 91. What it means to fall asleep under a galaxy. Imagine lying beneath the night sky, gazing at Andromeda. Its soft glow stretches across the darkness, and the mind begins to drift with the galaxy's slow, patient motion. Falling asleep under this scene is more than closing your eyes. It's tuning into the universe's gentle rhythm. The idea is calming because Andromeda doesn't hurry. Stars orbit, gas clouds drift, and spiral arms rotate, all at a pace measured in millions of years. By syncing our thoughts with this vast, unhurried rhythm, our own rest feels deeper and more peaceful. The galaxy's immense scale puts daily worries into perspective, allowing the mind to relax and release tension. Falling asleep under a galaxy is a quiet meditation. It's letting the cosmos cradle your thoughts, giving your imagination space to wander gently among the stars. Fact 92. The rhythm of breathing with the stars. As we imagine Andromeda, there's a subtle rhythm to notice. Stars orbiting, gas clouds slowly drifting, galaxies moving through space. This rhythm can mirror our own breathing, creating a sense of harmony between ourselves and the cosmos. Breathing in time with the imagined motions of stars encourages relaxation. Inhale with the gentle drift of a stellar stream. Exhale with the rotation of spiral arms. The galaxy's patient, unhurried tempo becomes a guide for slowing our own pace, helping stress melt away and the mind settle. This connection between breathing and cosmic rhythm shows that the universe isn't just around us. It can move through us, offering calm through observation and imagination. Fact 93. The comfort of imagining floating through Andromeda. Picture yourself drifting slowly through Andromeda, gliding past red giants glowing like embers, blue-white stars shimmering, and star nurseries slowly forming new light. There's no rush, no danger, just endless space and gentle motion. Floating in this way creates a sense of freedom and serenity. You observe the galaxy's cycles of birth, life, and quiet death, realizing that everything moves with balance and patience. The vastness of space becomes a soothing environment where even billions of stars follow peaceful, predictable paths. Imagining this drift through Andromeda brings mental clarity. It's a calming exercise, letting the mind focus on gentle motion and timeless beauty rather than everyday pressures. Fact 94. The quiet hum of existence. In Andromeda, everything has its place. Stars orbit, clouds swirl, and galaxies move in slow choreography. Though there is motion, it produces a kind of quiet hum, a gentle, constant presence that feels almost musical. This hum is not heard with ears, but felt in the mind and imagination. It's the reassurance of continuity, the understanding that the universe operates on its own serene rhythm. Even when stars die or galaxies collide, the processes unfold gradually, maintaining balance and order. The quiet hum of existence is comforting. It reminds us that life, energy, and motion can coexist peacefully, creating a meditative sense of calm across vast scales. Fact 95. Why calmness feels like space. Itself. Calmness and space share qualities: openness, stillness, and gentle motion. Observing Andromeda or imagining floating among its stars evokes this same feeling. The galaxy's slow rotations, drifting clouds, and steady star cycles create an environment that naturally encourages relaxation. When we think of calmness as space itself, it's easier to let go of tension. The vastness allows perspective. The predictable patterns offer reassurance, and the slow pace encourages patience. In this sense, Andromeda becomes a teacher of tranquility, showing us that serenity can be found in scale, motion, and the steady unfolding of time. Imagining the universe this way helps us rest, reflect, and reconnect with the quiet beauty around and within ourselves. Fact 96. How imagining the universe slows the mind. When we picture Andromeda drifting slowly across the night sky, the mind naturally begins to slow. Stars orbit, clouds of gas glide, and spiral arms turn on timescales far beyond our own. Focusing on this gentle pace allows our thoughts to stretch and unwind, giving space for calm reflection. Imagining the galaxy's motion shifts attention away from daily worries. The mind, once caught in a whirlwind of tasks and deadlines, now follows the patient rhythm of the cosmos. Each star, each orbit becomes a point of stillness, inviting a meditative state where stress fades and awareness expands. This mental slowing is not just relaxing, it is restorative. The vastness and serenity of Andromeda offer a natural guide for quieting the mind and finding balance within ourselves. Fact 97. The beauty of drifting through infinite night. Picture yourself floating among Andromeda's stars, drifting past glowing giants and shimmering clusters. The darkness of space stretches endlessly, yet it feels soft and inviting, like a cosmic ocean. The slow, Deliberate motions of stars and dust create patterns that are both majestic and gentle. This infinite night encourages mindfulness. Time seems to stretch. The world of human worries recedes, and you move in sync with the galaxy's patient pace. The soft glow of distant stars illuminates a path through calm and quiet, offering a sense of timeless serenity. Drifting through this night is a kind of meditation, a way to immerse yourself in cosmic beauty while your mind relaxes and breath slows. Fact 98. Letting go of time and distance. In the vastness of Andromeda, time and distance take on a new meaning. Light travels millions of years before reaching our eyes, and stars orbit at unhurried speeds. Imagining these scales allows us to release our grip on the urgency of daily life. Letting go of time and distance invites peace. There is no need to hurry or control. The universe moves in its own steady, calm rhythm. Observing this cosmic pace reminds us that patience is natural, and that even the most immense structures can move gracefully and predictably. This perspective creates a soothing mental space, helping us feel lighter, calmer, and more connected to the larger rhythm of existence. Fact 99. The universe as a lullaby Andromeda and the cosmos can be thought of as a gentle lullaby. The soft glow of stars, the slow rotation of spiral arms, and the patient orbit of companion galaxies create a rhythm that feels comforting, continuous, and reassuring. Like a lullaby, the universe's motion invites rest. The mind drifts along with cosmic flows, tension eases, and focus shifts from the rush of daily life to a sense of calm continuity. Observing the galaxy, even in imagination, is like listening to an eternal melody composed of light, motion, and time. This lullaby of the universe reminds us that peace can be found by simply tuning into the natural rhythms that surround us, both near and far. Fact 100. A soft goodbye. You are part of the stars. Finally, as we rest under the thought of Andromeda, it's comforting to remember that we are made of the same stars we admire. The elements within us, carbon, oxygen, iron, were once part of ancient stars, linking us to the galaxy's quiet brilliance. This connection is gentle and profound. We are not separate observers. We are participants in the universe's long, patient story. As we drift to sleep or simply contemplate the cosmos, we share in its calm, timeless rhythms. Saying a soft goodbye to the day, we can imagine merging with the galaxy's serenity, knowing that in some way we are part of the stars' eternal dance, moving slowly and beautifully through the infinite night.